Thank you for joining us on the live report, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a huge victory for the Hindu side this morning. In Madurai, the lamp will be lit at the Deepathoon. What the Hindu side has been fighting for, challenged by the Stalin government, but the victory belongs to the Hindu side this morning. We're going live to Madurai in just a few minutes. Here are the headlines. A big win for the Hindu side. Madras High Court has asked the Thiruparankundram temple to light the lamp, upholds Justice Swaminathan's order. Open death threats, controversial slogans raised on JNU campus, open show of support for the Tukade gang. More trouble for fugitive Mehul Choksi. Serious fraud investigation files prosecution complaint against Choksi and wife in 13,000 crore fraud case. 600 people evacuated after gas leak at Konasima in Andhra Pradesh. Relief operations underway. Another Hindu killed in Bangladesh. A shop owner, trader fatally shot in the head by unidentified men in Bangladesh. Yunus government does nothing again. The top story this morning, the Madurai bench of the Madras High Court has upheld the order directing the temple to light the lamp. The lighting of the Karthigai Deepam at the stone pillar Deepathoon atop the Thiruparankundram hills will happen. The court has strongly rejected the state government's apprehensions, that is Stalin government apprehension, that the ritual could disturb public peace and communal harmony, and some conditions have been imposed. ASI can impose certain conditions. No public will be allowed to accompany the temple to light the lamp, primarily because of safety reasons, so that there is no stampede. A district collector shall supervise the event. Some of the conditions that have been laid down by the court, and they've pulled up, lambasted the Stalin government, saying it's ridiculous and hard to believe the fear of the mighty state that lighting of the lamp can cause disturbance. The court has also criticized mischievous submission that pillar belongs to dargah. So all the communal claims, controversial claims have been shot down by the Madurai bench of the Madras High Court. The Hindu side has won today, saying that the practice of the lighting of the lamp, the Deepam, at elevated place is there for all Hindu devotees to see. That's what the court has said in its order, and that there is no plausible reason for temple management not to comply with the devotees' request. Apprehension of public peace disturbance is nothing but an imaginary ghost. Very strong words used by the court in its order today. I'm going across to my colleague Sharda, joining us live from Madurai in Tamil Nadu. Sharda, it's now confirmed. In fact, ahead of the elections that are coming up in Tamil Nadu in just about 3 months, this is a huge loss of face for the DMK government.
Very true, Niranjan. The DMK had made sure that this case went on for more than 2 months and made sure that they had appeasing the minority, especially the Muslims, and also played in favor. The temple administration under the HRNC department played in favor of the dargah, saying that the Deepathoon belonged to the dargah land and that it does not belong to the temple administration. That was one of the first set of arguments that the government lawyer had kept forward. Now, today, the court has made it very clear that the Deepathoon belongs to the temple and that there is proof for it from the previous cases that was held in 2004, 2006 and 2024 as well, where in the peace treaty signed by both the temple administration and the dargah committee said that the Deepathoon belongs to the temple and the Waqf board has no right over it. However, when it came to the lawyers of the government, they mischievously played this line saying that now the dargah land is the occupied, Deepathoon occupied the dargah land and that they cannot light the lamp. However, today it has completely shut down the claims and the objections that the dargah committee, including what the government side lawyer had kept. The advocates made it very clear that the temple administration has been denying it for so long, and now today's court order completely states that it's not the public that will be lighting the lamp, but the temple administration along with the ASI and police will be climbing up the hilltop, and the date is yet to be decided on when the Karthigai Deepam lamp will be lit on the top of the Thiruparankundram hill. As you mentioned, it's a big win for the Hindus of Tamil Nadu. However, DMK is losing a big phase here, because the fight went on saying from the DMK side that the lighting the lamp will create a law and order issue in the state of Tamil Nadu, and with elections coming, the DMK made sure that they got all the votes, especially the Hindus and the Muslims, the Christians. However, now there's a big question mark lying around now. The Hindus have won this particular case. Will the DMK make sure now that the lamp is completely lit, or would they impose 144 section like what happened in December 4th after what G.R. Swaminathan's order came? The government immediately imposed a 144. Now the question again looms whether the DMK this time whether would follow the two-bench judge order or would again go back to square one and appeal to the Supreme Court.
Correct. You spoke to some of the petitioners. Ladies and gentlemen, in the last few months, what we also did here at Republic is we sent our correspondent Sharda, who was there in Madurai. She's there even now. She went up the hill, she spoke to the Dargah members, and even the Dargah committee did not have any issues as such with the lighting of the lamp. So it is clear that ahead of the elections, the Stalin government, perhaps to try and appease minorities, tried to engineer this entire crisis. They even tried to impeach a judge. Over 100 MPs tried to impeach the judge who earlier gave the verdict, Justice Swaminathan. And what a slap on the face it is for these political parties that signed that order. Here is what the petitioner and those involved in this battle in Madurai said to my colleague Sharda this morning.
I can welcome this remarkable and historic judgment. So, as the judgment given by Justice G.R. Swaminathan as a single bench, where it has been strongly objected by the Devasthanam, by the HRNC and by the government and by the Waqf board. So what relation that they have been there to worship a god, and that too is a simple ritual that to light a lamp in the uphills. See, there are two steps are there in the Thiruparankundram hills, where in the first step this Deepastambam, the light tower is situated, which belongs to the Devasthanam and belongs to the temple, not to the Waqf board. So it was clearly indicated right from the judgment dated 1916, later by 37 by the Privy Council, and later by the single bench judgment Justice Jagadishan. And still now the single judge G.R. Swaminathan has categorically described in his judgment that all this judgment has came across a long way, that Hindus, that Muruga disciple have got every right to light a lamp.
So this is a big win for the Hindus, and now the final verdict from the judges has also been given that they agree with what G.R. Swaminathan said. What, as a lawyer who fought for this case, how do you feel? And apart from the win for the Hindus, what do you have to say about the DMK government that's been going against this particular Thiruparankundram issue?
See, we all are happy for what it had happened, but the entire copy of the judgment is not out yet. But whatever the judges have read in the open court, they have come down heavily on the government, saying that if the district administration could not even control this, then it's a law and order failure. They have said it was actually an easy task to be handled, but the government had failed it for deliberate purposes, which they themselves would know. The court has come down very heavily, not on once, at least at 2-3 paragraphs. The court, the honorable judges read it, coming down heavily on the government. We'll have to wait for the copy of the order to see that what the judges have really exposed throughout the judgments.
Also, sir, now the court is also giving us saying that the hill is a protected site, and that the archaeological surveyors India should decide when the lamp can be lit and how many people should go up. And do you really think now with the Hindu sentiments, now people are very happy that the lamp can be lit? As we can see around us, the petitioner is happy, the people of Madurai are happy. When do you think the lamp will be lit? How soon do you think that the judgment copy would come telling that the lamp can be lit on this day?
See, the reading of the judgment, the judges have expressed that the authorities under the HRNC Act, that is the Temple Devasthanam, they are supposed to do it by themselves and not by any other public. They have said it is an auspicious place on an auspicious day, that is on Karthigai Deepam, the light has to be lit. And they have also indicated that it is a tradition where lighting of a lamp at the top of the hill so that the devotees at the foothills and the nearby vicinity area can see that and worship. And lighting the lamp is also treated to be a sign of Shiva. That is what the judges have read in the judgment.
C.R. Kesavan is joining us. He's a BJP leader, spokesperson from Tamil Nadu. C.R., it's a big victory for all Hindus. In fact, they've been fighting for this. Even the BJP has been active on this. But most importantly, for the devotees, it is a big win.
Good afternoon, Niranjan Ji, to and all the Republic viewers. This is a remarkable victory for the faith and sentiments of Tamil people and also Hindu devotees. At the same time, this is a massive blow and defeat for the DMK government's bigoted politics of religious appeasement. And we have seen how the DMK government has been indulging, in dangerous, divisive communal politics and, trying to prevent Hindu devotees from following their dharma. This is a tight slap on the face of the DMK government, and the DMK government and through MK Stalin should immediately apologize to the people of Tamil Nadu for insulting the faith and hurting the sentiments of crores of Hindu devotees. We have seen how this DMK government has brazenly defied court orders in the past, and now this verdict, we are very happy that the sacred Karthigai Deepam will be lit importantly at the Deepathoon and will shine gloriously atop the Thiruparankundram hill. But what people need to remember is that, Niranjan, the state emblem of Tamil Nadu has a temple.
Yeah.
How faith is intertwined with Tamil people and, Hindu devotees. And here you have a regressive government trying to, prevent people from following the true dharma and faith. So this is a slap on the face of the DMK government and the DMK Congress alliance. Completely, they stand exposed before the people of Tamil Nadu, and it remains to be seen what they do with this court order. And if they go back to their regressive ways and and they have not learned their lesson, the people of Tamil Nadu will teach them a footing lesson. This defeat today for the DMK government is a prelude to the crushing defeat the people will give them and rout them in the upcoming elections.
Yeah. Now, what are the options in front of the DMK? One last question, CR, because they went all the way to Delhi. They asked for the judge to be impeached over this controversy. In fact, they say in public it's not about this controversy alone, but we know that this is a trigger. They wanted the judge to be removed. So today they have egg on their face, all of them.
Important point, pertinent point. The only option before the DMK government is to seek public apology with the Tamil people. And also, like you rightly pointed out, the India Alliance MPs not only tried to target an individual with the impeachment motion, but they also went against the decree of the court, which was about the Hindu faith and, the sentiments of the Hindu devotees. So all these member of parliament now resign for having attacked the Hindu faith and trying to malign people's reputations? This verdict, like I said, exposes the DMK government's communal, bigoted religious politics of appeasement. It's a great victory for Tamil people and Hindu devotees. And I think it's high time DMK and through MK Stalin seek abject apology and forgiveness of the Tamil people and the Hindu devotees.
Okay. Thank you. Great day today for all Hindu devotees in Tamil Nadu. Thank you very much for joining us. Moving on to the next big story here on Republic, ladies and gentlemen, on JNU campus. On a day when the Supreme Court rejected the bail application of both Sharjeel Imam and Umar Khalid, the regime change conspirators. There were controversial slogans that were raised on JNU campus. Support shown for Sharjeel Imam and Umar Khalid on JNU campus, taking us back 10 years ago. these were some of the controversial slogans raised. There is a video that emerged where some of these left-backed student groups are even openly issuing death threats to the Prime Minister, Home Minister, and a few others. Listen in. I'm going across to Ganesh, joining us live from JNU campus. Ganesh, ये कौन थे? Who are these so-called students who are openly supporting regime change conspirators? ये कौन थे और अभी क्या probe चल रही है?
देखिए, सबसे पहले आपको एक बात बता देता हूं कि कल 5 तारीख थी, तो 5 तारीख वर्ष 2020 में जेएनयू के अंदर किस तरीके से दो छात्र गुटों के बीच में भिड़ंत हुई थी, लड़ाई हुई थी। और 5 तारीख वर्ष 2026 में कल जिस तरीके से शर्जील इमाम और उमर खालिद की जो बेल खारिज होती, तो 2 तारीख एक साथ मिल जाती है। तो जेएनयू छात्र संघ ने एक प्रदर्शन का कॉल दिया जिसपे उन्होंने लिखा नेवर फॉरगेट नेवर फॉरगिव। तो कल साबरमती का ढाबा था, गोरिल्ला ढाबा, एक तरीके से उन्हें नाइट विजिल का कॉल दिया रात्रि के 9:30 बजे का। उस रात्रि के 9:30 बजे जब प्रदर्शन चल रहा था, जेएनयू छात्र संघ के द्वारा इस प्रोटेस्ट को कॉल दिया गया था। उस प्रोटेस्ट के दौरान इस तरीके के नारे लगते हैं, आपत्तिजनक नारे लगाए जाते हैं। प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी को लेकर, गृह मंत्री अमित शाह को लेकर आपत्तिजनक नारे लगाए जाते हैं। कोई भी शिक्षित या कोई भी व्यक्ति इस तरीके की शब्दावली को उपयोग करने से पहले कई बार सोचेगा। तो जिस तरीके से कहा गया, हम लोग खुद इस तरीके से बात बोलने से एक बार सोचेंगे कि किस तरीके, लेकिन जेएनयू में पहली बार नहीं है कि किस तरीके से देश विरोधी बातें या आपत्तिजनक शब्दों का उपयोग किया गया है। हम पीछे भी चलते हैं अगर इतिहास में, तो जेएनयू में कुछ दिनों पहले हमने देखा कि फेशियल रिकॉग्निशन सिस्टम लग रहा था, जो जेएनयू की सबसे बड़ी लाइब्रेरी में से एक है, डॉक्टर BR अम्बेडकर लाइब्रेरी। वहां पर उस फेशियल रिकॉग्निशन सिस्टम को जेएनयू छात्र संघ की अगुवाई में उसे उखाड़ कर फेंक दिया जाता है। उसके बाद हम चलते हैं, जेएनयू कैंपस में सीसीटीवी कैमरे लगाए जा रहे थे कि जेएनयू के छात्रों की सुरक्षा को सुनिश्चित किया जाए। तो छात्रों ने कहा कि आप हमारी प्राइवेसी का हनन कर रहे हो, तो उस सीसीटीवी कैमरे, उस पोल को वहां पर उखाड़ के फेंक दिए जाते हैं। हमने देखा था कि किस तरीके से साबरमती कैंपस में अफजल हम शर्मिंदा है जैसे नारे लगते हैं, देश विरोधी नारे लगाए जाते हैं, देश के टुकड़े टुकड़े की बातें कही जाती है। तो ये वही जेएनयू का कैंपस है। कल रात जब 5 तारीख वर्ष 2026 होती है, 2 इंसिडेंट मिल जाते हैं, तो वहां पर दोबारा से प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी को लेकर अपशब्द कहे जाते हैं और कहा जाता है कि मोदी तेरी खबर खुदेगी, अमित शाह तेरी खबर खुदेगी जेएनयू की धरती पे। ये विवादित नारों का युग है कि जेएनयू और चोली दामन का साथ है, खत्म होने का नाम नहीं ले रहा। लगातार विवादित नारे जेएनयू से हमें दिखाई पड़ रहे। अब देखने वाली बात होगी कि प्रशासन क्या कुछ इन छात्रों के ऊपर कार्रवाई करता है, क्योंकि जब भी इस तरीके से नारे लगते हैं उसमें जेएनयू छात्र संघ की अगुवाई में या वामपंथ छात्र संगठन की अगुवाई में इस तरीके से प्रदर्शन होता है, नाइट विजिल प्रदर्शन होता है और लगातार विवादित नारे जेएनयू कैंपस में दिखाई पड़ते हैं।
Coming in right now, let's play some of the responses coming in. 10 years later, controversial slogans once again being raised on the JNU campus. The Tukde gang once again making its presence felt. We were told that it's all been cleaned up, but it's still happening. Here are some of the political responses that came in earlier today.
कल रात को 9 बजे साबरमती ढाबा पर इन लोगों ने गैदरिंग की, जो लेफ्टिस्ट ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है उन्होंने कॉल किया कि शार्जिल और उमाम का जो जिस तरह से उमर खालिद का बेल प्ली रिजेक्ट हुआ, माननीय सर्वोच्च न्यायालय ने उस पर फैसला भी दिया कि अगले 1 साल तक ये लोग अपील नहीं कर पाएंगे, और जो कि स्वागत योग्य था। पूरे देश उसका स्वागत भी कर रहा है कि जो देशद्रोही के आरोपी हैं वो लोग जेल में ही उनकी जगह बनती है, वहीं भी रहने भी चाहिए। लेकिन इनका एक इतिहास रहा है। अफजल गुरु की फांसी की सजा जो माननीय सर्वोच्च न्यायालय ने पूरी प्रक्रिया के बाद में जो सुनाई थी, उसका भी विरोध इन लोगों ने किया था। उसमें भी ये लोग कह रहे थे कि अफजल हम शर्मिंदा, तेरे कातिल जिंदा है। तब भी इनको भारतीय संविधान, भारतीय कानून पर विश्वास नहीं था। तभी भारतीय सर्वोच्च न्यायालय को चैलेंज कर रहे थे, आज भी वही हुआ है। जब सर्वोच्च न्यायालय ने उनकी बेल प्ली रिजेक्ट की है, ये लोग उसका विरोध कर रहे हैं। माननीय गृह मंत्री, माननीय प्रधानमंत्री की कब्र खोदने की बात कर रहे हैं। जो लोग अपना काम कर रहे हैं, भारतीय न्यायपालिका ने सजा दी है, वो लोग उसके तहत वहाँ पे जेल में बंद है, लेकिन फिर भी उसका विरोध कर रहे हैं। आरएसएस और एबीवीपी की कब्र खोदने की बात कर रहे हैं। जो संगठन हर कैंपस में पूरे देश भर में जगह जगहों पर देश के निर्माण के लिए, देश को राष्ट्रवाद से जोड़ने की बात करने के लिए काम करते हैं पूरे देश भर में, उनका ही विरोध कर रहे हैं। जबकि असल में ये लोग नफरत की आग में अंधे हो चुके हैं। ये द्वेष भावना में इतना है कि इनके अंतिम समय निकट है। नक्सली लेफ्टिस्ट विचारधारा खत्म हो रही है, कहीं बची नहीं है, पॉकेट्स में लोग बचे हुए हैं। बसवा राजू की डेथ हुई, उसका विरोध प्रदर्शन ये लोग किए। हिडमा की डेथ के समर्थन में ये लोग नारेबाजी किए। इससे पहले बुरहान वानी को आइडोलाइज किए, उसके समर्थन में नारेबाजी किए। अफजल गुरु के किए। सीआरपीएफ की जवानों का हत्या का जश्न इन लोगों ने जेएनयू में मनाया। तो इनका पूरा इतिहास रहा है, इसमें कोई नया नहीं है। लेकिन उससे क्या है कि कैंपस की बदनामी होती है, जेएनयू की बदनामी होती है कि इस तरह की हरकतें, इस तरह की गतिविधियाँ यहाँ बार बार हो रही हैं। प्रशासन आंख मूंद के बैठा है, इसलिए ये सारी गतिविधियाँ हो रही हैं। अगर कार्रवाई हो जाती है इनके ऊपर, तो ऐसी कोई गतिविधियाँ फिर से पुनरावृत्ति नहीं होगी।
हम भी प्रशासन और पुलिस प्रशासन से भी मांग करते हैं कि इस पे कड़ी से कड़ी कार्रवाई हो और उस पे कंप्लेंट दी जाएगी कि ऐसे जो इंसिडेंट्स है बार बार दोबारा से जेएनयू कैंपस में या जेएनयू जैसे प्रतिष्ठित यूनिवर्सिटी के प्लेटफॉर्म का मिसयूज़ जो वामपंथी गुंडे करते आए हैं, ये बार बार ना हो।
जैसे आपने बोला, JNU has become the center stage or hub for many such protests wherein people have become sympathizers of mass murderers and people who are actually behind riots which led to mass killings of people losing innocent lives. So what is the authorities or student unions in that regard, how they are working कि ये चीज़ avoid की जा सके फ्यूचर?
आपने एक कहावत सुनी होगी कि पूरे तालाब को गंदा एक मछली कर देती है। वैसे ये 1% के आसपास वामपंथी जो है जेएनयू कैंपस में है, ये पूरे जेएनयू का नाम खराब करने की कोशिश करते हैं और ये बार बार करते आए हैं और पहले भी करते रहे और अब भी कर रहे हैं।
Okay, so we're playing out some of the responses that came in. Here's former Union Minister Mukhtar Abbas Naqvi, who also responded to what's happening on the JNU campus.
जेएनयू और विवादों का नाता एक तरीके से, और जेएनयू में फिर विवादित नारे लग गए।
देखो, ये आधुनिक शिक्षा का कैंपस अगर अराजकता और उद्दंडता का केंद्र बन जाएगा तो इसी तरह से देश के खिलाफ साजिशों और षड्यंत्रों के सूरमा जो है वो सक्रिय होते हुए दिखाई पड़ेंगे। अब आधुनिक शिक्षा का जो कैंपस अराजकता और उद्दंडता का के केंद्र में जो है वो साजिशों के सूरमा जो है वो सक्रिय हैं, ये कोई नई बात नहीं है। पहले भी आपने देखा होगा कि इसी कैंपस से जो है वो अफजल हम शर्मिंदा हैं, तेरा कातिल ज़िंदा हैं की आवाज़ें सुनाई पड़ी। इसी कैंपस से जो है वो भारत तेरे टुकड़े होंगे इंशाअल्लाह इंशाअल्लाह के नारे सुनाई पड़े थे। और अफसोस की बात है कि इस तरह के देश के ख़िलाफ़ साजिशी सूरमाओं के समर्थन में जो सीडो सेकुलर सिंडिकेट है वो सबसे ज़्यादा सक्रिय होता हुआ दिखाई पड़ता है।
अपने शिक्षा को लेकर जब कैंपस जाना जाता था, जिस तरीके से विवादित नारे लग रहे हैं, कहीं आपको नहीं लगता कि जेएनयू की छवि भी धूमिल हो रही है और इन बच्चों की वजह से?
देखिए, बहुत अफसोस की बात है ये जो हो रहा है ना, ये सिर्फ जेएनयू के भी लिए नुकसानदेह है, जेएनयू के छात्रों के लिए भी नुकसानदेह है, जेएनयू की फैकल्टी के लिए भी नुकसानदेह है और देश के लिए नुकसानदेह है। एक सम्मानित शिक्षा का कैंपस जो है वो अराजकता और उद्दंडता का केंद्र बन जाए, सम्मानित शिक्षा का जो है वो की बजाय जो है वो सांप्रदायिक दीक्षा का केंद्र बन जाए, तो अफसोस की बात है।
पहले तो सियासतदान में प्रधानमंत्री को लेकर अपशब्द बोलते थे, अब कैंपस में से प्रधानमंत्री को लेकर अपशब्द।
देखो, नरेंद्र मोदी जी इस तरह के जो साजिशी सिंडिकेट है जो देश के खिलाफ षड्यंत्र और साजिशें करते हैं, उनके असहिष्णुता के सबसे बड़े शिकार रहे हैं। उनको ये लगता है कि नरेंद्र मोदी जी के रहते इस तरह के साजिशी सिंडिकेट कभी भी सफल नहीं हो पाएंगे, कभी भी देश के खिलाफ उनकी जो साजिशी सोच है वो सफल नहीं हो पाएगी और जो भी करेगा उसका सुपड़ा साफ होगा।
Okay, we're getting in more videos, ladies and gentlemen. Right now, as we speak, more videos of what happened last night on the JNU campus. Playing it first on Republic. Some more videos coming in, exclusive videos on Republic of some of the slogans that these left-wing groups raised. More videos coming in. Okay, some of the pro-Sharjeel Imam, pro-Umar Khalid protests that took place on the JNU campus once again. 10 years later, 10 years back, it happened. That is when Umar Khalid and Sharjeel Imam and many others, people like Kanhaiya Kumar, raised Bharat Tere Tukde Honge slogans on the JNU campus. And once again, you're hearing death threats, controversial slogans on the JNU campus once more. What has changed in the last 10 years, ladies and gentlemen? We'll take a short break. Back with the headlines. Stay tuned. Gas leak, latest update from Andhra Pradesh coming up on Republic.